All right, Candace Jordan has graced the cover of Playboy 9 different times.
Wow, 30 years after her first appearance in the mag, she is showing us age ain't nothing but a number. Welcome back. So good to have you here.
Good to be back. Thanks for having me.
You know, and we
You
should
deserve
say,
a standing ovation.
Yes.
I mean, my goodness.
you are the original J-Lo. Like, after the Super Bowl, everyone's like, how does J-Lo do it? How do you do it? Because you've done it way longer than she has.
Woohoo, that's a pretty big compliment. Well, you know, 40 years I've been with Playboy.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's like I'm with them longer than my real family. And they called me back. I mean, this is like the second time in 40 years. I did a cover remake 3 years ago, and now this. And it's just, and it's truly, it's exploded. And I think it's because the Me Too movement is so prominent now. And I think women are realizing that, you know, your sexuality doesn't stop when you're 20 or 30. And they appreciate the fact that I kind of stepped out of a box and proved it. That's the way it is.
I love the story about how when they called you to do it again, what were you just doing?
Well, my husband and I were in Dollywood, and I was happily eating my way through every fried food stand there. And so I'm checking my phone, I get this email. At first I look at it, I think this is a joke. Somebody is saying, you know, yeah, Candace, we want you back to do a 12-page cover pictorial for Playboy. So I spit out the funnel cake and immediately went on a crash diet, and, you know, kind of the rest is history. But, I mean, we shot it in L.A. It was at Esther Williams' old house, the swimmer from the 40s. And, I mean, they had a cast and crew. They had like maybe 70 people. It was a huge, huge deal. And they celebrated 5 decades of Playmates, and I was one of them. So it was just magnificent.
What's the difference of doing Playboy then versus doing Playboy now? Just basically the community reception, how they view it.
Well, the difference is about 10, 15 pounds, quite frankly. You know, I did it. I shot my centerfold when I was 25, and you know, I was confident in my body, obviously, or else I wouldn't have posed for the magazine. But you know, I have to admit that 40 years later, even though my figure's not quite what it was then, I'm much more confident in front of a camera.
Wow.
And so, you know, it offsets that. And I love seeing my Playmate sisters again. I mean, we're a family, a longtime family, and I'm still friendly with almost all the girls that I ever worked with. So, yeah, it truly is a family.
And then the perception from the world, because I feel like people are way more accepting these days of women being able to share and show what they want. You look amazing.
Oh my gosh, that is incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah,
no, I'm pretty pleased with those pictures.
We're all
and I
lost
gotta
in
say,
it.
like, I feel like, you know, 20 years ago, people thought, you know, you hit 40, you hit 50, and you're old, and you let it go.
Yeah, and
But
it's over.
Yeah, and you don't have to do that.
No, God, no. I mean, I think the opposite is true. I think women nowadays, as they get older, they learn, well, first of all, the health and nutrition is so prominent. We all know so much more about nutrition than we ever did before, you know, and also about exercise. I mean, back in the day, you know, that wasn't even important.
No.
Nobody even thought about it. And so that's why, you know, Christy Brinkley at 65, and I mean, all these older models, I mean, they look better now, I think, than they did when they started.
I agree, because the confidence shows through, for sure.
The Playboy's gone kind of back and forth on whether they went nude and then not nude for a while, back to nude, of course. Where does Playboy go next through here? I imagine it's through things like this, celebrating women in all forms and shapes and sizes and everything.
They are all about diversity now, and the magazine, in my opinion, has never looked better. I mean, I love the articles that they do. They're all inclusive. I mean, it's for every age group, I mean, men and women. I mean, both. And I think Hefner would be very proud of the way the magazine's gone, because he was always about equality issues.
Yeah, I would have thought that men's magazine is almost now more of a women's magazine.
Well, you know, that's funny, because I have received more mail from women about this recent layout, than any men. So, I mean, I don't know what the numbers are as far as who's reading it, but I would bet the women are way up there in numbers.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
Candace, thanks so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate it as always. So keep up with Candace. Head to our website, candidcandace.com.
Thank you.
Oh, you look great there, too.
Yes.
So cute.
Okay.